Before proceeding further with introducing more features of Python programming language, I'd like to get back to this environment, the Spyder environment. It's called IDE, so it's Integrated Development Environment. So this type of environments are available for any programming languages and make it more convenient to work with them. So at this point, we probably will mostly abandon the command line, the IPython console, and we'll start working with the files here on the left. So let me make the font a little bit larger. So by default, here is some temporarily file. I don't want to deal with it. I want to create my own new file. So by default, it's good. It gives it a name untitled, all right? And creates here the line when it is created and who's the author. In general, here between these quotation marks, you can write the description of your module, the description of your file, and it would be good practice to do it. So we obviously need to save this file in order to run it. So let me make this file the script which prints hello world. All right, and then I press save or Control S and save it to my Python folder here. So let it be hello world.py. If I want to run it now, I can execute it here, pressing run here, and it's asked me which features to use, and I say just run. It spits out the output right here in my IPython console, and the output is simple. It's hello world. And what I want to emphasize at this point is that obviously the issue with executing code line by line in console, you can't go back, you can't edit it. Now we can go back to our script and edit it and add whatever we want. So for example, I can say I have certain variable with a name and let the value be Gennady, and instead of printing hello world, let this script print hello plus name, right? And so it would say hello Gennady. All right. So what I want to emphasize also is, Python scripts, like you see it here, all the syntax is highlighted, like the functions are highlighted with one color, the variables with another, the strings with another one. But if I go and open this Python script, I can open it as a simple text file. So since the Python scripts are plain text files, we actually don't need to have the IDE, such as Spyder, to work with it. We can work it with other plain text files. So I saved my script here. Now I can go into my Finder and open. You see, I have my hello world.py. This is my script. I can open it with simple text editor, any text editor you use, and you can actually see that, it's just a plain text while nothing is highlighted. So what we can do also, we actually can run Python scripts without the IDE. If you prefer so, sometimes when you use some servers for calculations, you do it through terminal, and I'll just quickly show you how to do it. So those of you who have Windows, it's a slightly more difficult. On Macs and Linux systems, it's very straightforward because you can simply run this terminal here. So I go to my Python directory, I see that my hello world.py is here, so I can write Python and then hello world.py, and the script is executed here in the terminal window. Also, I want to say if you actually can do just Python, and it will give you something like this console here where you can add commands, right? So A is 1, 2, 3, print A, and so on and so forth. Well, but we don't need to do it. We can easily do it in Spyder. So let me do exit and exit Python, then exit the terminal. All right, so getting back here, well, the reason we use it, well, it's the reason we use IDE, it's not only to highlight the keywords. There are many other things which it brings. For example, more convenient work with files and projects, while more convenient work with variables. I mentioned it before that here we have a variable explorer. Let me make the font a little bit larger. So if you, oh, that's actually, for whatever reason, it doesn't let me do it, but so hopefully it's visible. So here we have the variable which has a name. Not a very good name for a variable. Its type, size, and its value. So now, for example, if I go back to this script and I make modification on my variable, name plus equal space Gore. All right, and I execute my script. Well, it printed hello Gennady, but after that I added my last name to the script, and it's now the value of the string variable is Gennady Gore. So another thing which you can do here with IDE is you can actually create projects, which sometimes at this point it's not necessary, but sometimes it is convenient. You can go to all these, for example, this my Python folder, and you can generate the name for these projects. Hello3, let it be this, and then well, it starts these projects from scratch, and it shows here these project explorer where you can browse your projects and look at the files in your different projects, right? And let me say this is I'm creating a file within my project, saving it here, and say h3, and let it print hello, I don't know, something. Hello students, okay. Alright, so now I have my project h3 and hello3, and I have one of the scripts here. Well, often the projects are needed when we need more different scripts which interact with each other. We're not going to be talking about it right now. Well, another thing why we need Spyder or any other IDE is for debugging. So, but that's again something which we will not discuss right now.